Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and welcome back to another weight loss video. Some hopefully helpful tips for losing weight. Hello, I've been working on losing weight for about a year. My starting weight was around 280 pounds. I'm now so freaking happy to say I broke into the 210s. I've still got a little way to go. Wonderland is so close, I can taste it. I just wanted to pay it forward and drop some quick tips that help me. I'm by no means an expert, but just wanted to share. Let me know if you disagree with any of these tips. 1. Take your time. It really is a marathon, not a race. I can't count the number of bad days, sometimes weeks, that I've had. Don't take them too hard. Yes, you messed up, but it's in the past. Make the next day better. Learn from what went wrong. Was it a certain smell, place, image, etc. that made you give in? Now you know what to look out for next time. 2. Invest in a water bottle or two and bring it everywhere. For me, one of the hardest parts I'm still working on conquering is cutting out sugary drinks like sodas and juices. The thing that has helped me out the most in that regard is my $2.99 water bottle. Bring it with you everywhere. Work, bring it. Your friend's house, bring it. Just about anywhere. It helps for whenever you have that urge to go grab a soda from the fridge or the vending machine. You already have a drink sitting right in front of you. Work smart. And 3. Listen to your body. One of the best ways to distinguish between hunger and cravings is to just listen to what your body is telling you. If you're looking at a menu or in your fridge with multiple options, but only one thing pops out as being good to eat, it's most likely just a craving. 4. Find any way to get exercise into your routine. This one is a little bit more open to interpretation in terms of execution. For some, that can mean going to the gym a few times a week. For some, this means carving time before going to bed or after getting up to do a workout at home. And just do whatever you know you can do on a schedule consistently. For me, this meant changing my dog walks to jogs. The benefits are amazing for me and the good boy. I feel so much better mentally and physically after getting a good workout. It gives me the motivation to be productive for the rest of the day most of the time. The good part about this is that it's something I have to do, so it makes it a lot easier. 5. Enjoy it. Enjoy this process. You are changing your lifestyle to try and better yourself. Even if you don't feel like you're succeeding at first, pat yourself on the back for stepping up to the plate in the first place. Go wild for every pound you get closer to your goal. That's an amazing achievement. Celebrate it. Take your time. This is one I'm learning to be okay with. I see so many posts of drastic 3 to 4 month before and afters that it makes me frustrated to take things so slowly. But when I push too hard, I end up falling off the wagon harder and binging. And taking it slow helps me feel capable and not overwhelmed. Thank you for this post. I'm exactly the same way. My body seems to only want to lose half a pound a week, and if I try to push it harder, it just doesn't work. And trying to remind myself that that is fine, and it all adds up over time. I'm in the same boat with half a pound a week. I get really frustrated sometimes because I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. But then I remember how miserable and hungry I am trying to lose faster than that, and it keeps me on track. If I restrict too much, then I binge more often. Sure, the weight may not come off as fast as others, but I know what I'm doing works for me, and I'll be able to maintain the habits I'm building for years to come. Same. I've been stuck just above 190 pounds, down from 210, for weeks because I kept swerving between binging and trying to eat at 1500 while jogging and doing full-time online university. It turns out 1750 to 1800 is my sweet spot, but it's crappy because I'm losing so slowly now. I try not to think of the time it is taking me as a bad thing, because indeed it feels like that compared to some progress stories. This is a lifelong change, not a temporary thing. I also read something somewhere else that might not be entirely true, but does give some perspective. A cheat meal is fine, but a cheat day will set back the week's progress. This has helped me not to think, oh, I messed up at lunch, I may as well give up for today, and instead focus on the progress I can still make that day and the following days. And good luck to everyone in this process. The lifestyle change is a big part. I started with eating something small on a regular basis with some general calorie counting, slowly changing the food I eat to more fruits and veggies. And 3 weeks ago, I started doing some walks of 7 kilometers here and there. This week, I set my goal to do it every day. I'm trying to slowly change my lifestyle. What's something nobody tells you about losing weight? 1. No one ever told me that it would be harder to sleep. Your ribs and hip bones may dig into the mattress and you might have to sleep with a pillow underneath you or get a softer mattress. And 2, it hurts so much worse when you bump into things because you feel the impact directly on the bone. And 3, you might still feel like that you look fat. I'm a 5-foot female and I lost 30 pounds, which is a lot for my small frame. I'm 15 away from my goal weight and I gained it back with 10 more to spare, and never realized how tiny I'd actually gotten. 4. You might not notice your clothes are too big until someone tells you, or your t-shirt comes down to your thighs and you have to check if it's actually yours. 5. Your shoes get looser and you may have to size down. 6. Jewelry sits differently and you might have to go find smaller pieces. 7. If you are short, like me, you might just end up shopping in the children's section if you stay focused and keep the weight off. 8. Sitting in a car is so much more comfortable. The dash isn't too close or the armrest pressing into your side, and you won't feel crowded by the steering wheel. 9. You are going to have clothes that you miss wearing, and that's okay. 10. You won't just automatically have an amazing life with perfect mental health and a group of crazy fun friends. Your weight doesn't impact everything as much as you actually think it does, though I will admit it affects a lot. And maybe you will still have to work on that depression, but at least your heart is healthier and your body is happier. Okay, thanks for reading. That's all I have. You need to do it for yourself. Sure, things like getting a date, revenge dieting, and doing it for your family can be great motivators. However, in the end, you won't succeed unless you want it for you. I've lost 50 plus pounds. For a long time, I was really just seeking validation from others, and even after changing a lot physically, no one noticed. It forced me to want to do it this time for just all myself, and now friends and family are finally saying something, and trust me, it's great. But I've reached a point that those variations don't matter to me. What matters is trying to be healthy for myself. How all you can see is the fat. I'm currently down 60 pounds, but every time I look in the mirror, it's still all I see. Even after going down from extra large clothing to larges, weight loss definitely takes a mental toll on you before it starts to get better. It's having the mental strength to push through that which is the hard part. And this is why progress pictures are so important. I feel like it's a constant fight with yourself just to see your progress. How hard starting and being in maintenance really is. You think about it as this magical place where you're happy with how you look and you can eat more again and don't have to think constantly about it. Instead, I'm still not happy with how I look. Eating low calorie is so ingrained in me that I struggle so hard mentally to just eat more. Being in a deficit kind of becomes like a safe space where you know that you won't gain weight. Eating close to maintenance calories can be super scary. So many days I still have a big deficit because I can't bring myself to waste a day where I'm satisfied on 1200 calories, even though my goal was to eat 2000. Maintenance is still a struggle, just a different one. And that you are constantly thinking about it, and it gets more obsessive when you're not hitting your goals. I've just started putting actual effort into losing my weight and been at it for 2 months with about 15 kilograms to lose. 5'1" female, so I carry it very visibly. And I do notice a very slow drop in my weight, but it's taking too long, and I'm losing the mental energy to want to try. And I just found out that periods and hormones mess with your progress as well. I had lost 2 kilograms from when I started, and when I weighed myself a week before my period, I saw I'd gained 1.5 kilograms. Essentially, all the work I put in for 2 months, not giving in and constantly trying. I was obsessive. I weighed myself 3 to 4 times in a day. I would work out extra just so I could be in a larger deficit. I was constantly visualizing a junk meal that I got to eat that day, because cravings and pain. All the changes I noticed all gone, and I had done nothing wrong. Honestly, I was ready to give up. I weighed myself again a few days after my period, and I was back at how much I'd lost. I changed nothing, but I still gained a lost 1.5 kilos in a week, simply because of whatever happens in my body. Losing weight as a woman is hard. Wow, and not being discouraged by the scale is hard. And trying to get through monthly cravings without indulging is hard. And this is the hardest thing I've done. And though the scale should not be the quantifying factor of my progress, it's still so hard to want to try when your body is actively pitting you against yourself. Some friends or family won't celebrate your successes. This was a tough pill for me to swallow. I've lost 27 pounds. In the morning that I hit my goal weight, I took photos and compared them to the before photos I had taken 8 months ago. I was so proud, and I noticed every little detail. How my arms looked thinner, my butt was more shapely, and even my face slimmed down. In the excitement, I sent my before and after photos to a handful of close friends and relatives. While most cheered along with me, a close friend of mine immediately texted back that she could notice a difference in the 2 photos, with a laughing emoji next to her text. And my old roommate flat out told me that she could tell I photoshopped my stomach in the after photos. Completely untrue, obviously. I was so hurt by their comments initially. But at the end of the day, I did this for me. I don't need validation from others. I am the only one that knows the dedication that I put towards achieving this goal. Now, to continue to maintain it. And that brings us to the end narwhals. If you haven't yet, please consider tapping subscribe below the video. After tap and subscribe, you'll join our awesome positive community, the narwhals, and you'll be updated for future videos that help you stay on track for your weight loss. Thanks again to those who are already subscribed. I really appreciate it. And now to the featured narwhal of the day. 100 pounds down in 13 months.